Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Forest Job. I told you that we would be back for the Leicester game if it turned out that it might have some bearing on the league title. And you can see from the league table on the right-hand side, which I'll just open up so you can see a bit more detail, that Manchester City, the most points that they can get are 84, and we're currently on 81, meaning that a win for us today, given the goal difference between us and City, pretty much makes it certain that we will retain the Premier League trophy. Even if they win today, unless they start scoring absolute hatfuls of goals, I think that we're probably going to end up being confirmed as Premier League champions in all but mathematical certainty today. So we're going to get into the Leicester match right now, and we're going to hope that we can get a result, because if we go back to the league table, I'm just going to show you that at the bottom, Leicester City are just above Newcastle United, who are in the final relegation place. And if I'm going to see a team survive in the Premier League, I'll be honest, I'd rather it was Newcastle. I like Leicester City, but meh, Newcastle have got a bit more of a place in my heart. So we're going to do our best to win the game today. No personal feelings against Leicester. It's just how it is. We need the points. We want to win. We don't want to throw games away. Despite Aït-Nouri being a little bit under form, I'm going to keep him in the team today. I am going to make a change. Tonali coming out of the bench in the place of Meslier, not Meslier, Molino I was going to put on the bench. I don't know why I've put Meslier on there. I'd never put goalkeepers on the bench. You can also see an awful lot of boxes flashing there, which means that these players are massively, massively up for it. They've been given a little bit of a bump for a really important match. And can we get more of those players in the team? We could throw Sailmakers on instead of Wilson. That would certainly do it. But I don't want to change things too much because we want to have that familiarity in the team. We'll start with Nketiah. That will be our team for today. Let's hope that we can get all 3 points and that Newcastle, who funnily enough are playing Manchester City today, can get a result. Certainly would be a heck of a turnaround in fortunes if Newcastle were to win that game, confirming us as Premier League champions. And if we could do our part here today in beating Leicester, they could close to within a single point of survival. What a turnaround that could be. So here we go. Camavinga on the ball for Nottingham Forest. And he moves it just slightly out to the left to Ait-Nouri. Comes back inside for Camavinga. Now Oriol Busquets getting a touch of the ball. Hlošek. Oh, he's been tackled by Ndidi there. That's a good solid take of the ball from Ndidi. And Barnes with a lovely little back heel. You wouldn't think that this team are threatened with relegation the way that they're playing the ball around so fluently at the moment. But they are indeed the 4th worst team in the Premier League as the table currently stands. Well, that was nearly a good ball. It was just cut out at the last minute by the defender, but the movement and understanding between Nketiah and Arcas is there for all to see. As Castagne picks up the ball on the right-hand side, cuts inside, gives it to Kyle Walker. Here's Ndidi, back to Castagne. Ball over the top for Ndidi again. Unusually in a very attacking position is Ndidi. Now ball into the box. Worrell gets the header and away we come with the ball. We can break now and try to get the goal which could confirm us as Premier League champions. Into Arcas. Oh, he's just closed down a little bit too easily there on the edge of the box. He's got to be a bit cuter than that if he wants to get that pass away. Nice play by the triumvirate of Leicester players. They managed to get it into Iheanacho. And now Busquets picks up possession in his own half and looks to bring it forward. Camavinga and Hlošek get it across the halfway line. Out wide left to Ait-Nouri. Ball searching for Hlošek, couldn't quite find him. Lerma now leading the counter-attack. It's out to Harvey Barnes on the left-hand side. He's a pretty pacey player. Tom Davies, formerly of Everton. Lovely switch of play out to Castagne. Can they get a ball into the box though? Here's Ndidi. Kyle Walker. Hopeful looking ball into the box. It's a good header. And Nubel claims it. Very good goalkeeping by the German international. Here's Camavinga to Hlošek. Out wide to Ait-Nouri, back inside to Hlošek. Oriol Busquets now. Sailmakers. Zefak leaves his man for dead. Can he find a good cross? It's into the box. Arcas rises, but it's cut out by Leicester. And they put the ball forward towards Iheanacho, but he's unable to get anything meaningful on it. And here come Forest again. Hlošek. It's Busquets. Out wide to Zefak. It's a bit heavy, but he keeps it in. Ball into the box. Arcas near post. It's a spectacular effort. Don't think it was ever going to come off for him though. Perhaps he would have been better off trying to head it on for someone in the middle. So Kasper Schmeichel to restart from the goal kick. Soyuncu. Oh, and Nketiah's got it here. It's inside to Arcas, takes a shot. Oh, it's just wide. That is a massive chance gone begging for Nottingham Forest here. Really poor from Leicester City. You can see why they're in the trouble they are. It's a shame that it wasn't Arcas that had intercepted that, because Nketiah would have been on it like a bloody whippet. Well, they carry on trying to play out from the back, and they've had more success this time. Castagne. Back to Soyuncu. Lerma out to Walker, down the line to Ndidi. Ndidi playing out wide, which I'm not used to seeing from him. Normally he's more of a defensive player, if I remember correctly, as that's a good defensive header by Zefuk. And Busquets will get it forward to Sailmakers. And now another attempt at a counter-attack, but it's intercepted by Davies. It will go out for a throw into Forest. Good play by the English midfield player. Camavinga. Aït-Nouri. Hlošek couldn't keep hold of the ball, and Ndidi, in a slightly more familiar central role, wins the ball, and they get the ball very quickly up the other end. Here's Castagne into the middle. Worrell heads it away. Good defending by the captain of Nottingham Forest. That's a lovely ball out to Nketiah. A little bit short, Hlošek. Caught out. The pass wasn't really right. Good defending by Aït-Nouri. That's why he's in the team today, despite his slight lack of form. Nketiah will try to win this header, and he manages it, but the half-time whistle goes before anything can be made of it. It's another 0-0 half-time. We're getting quite used to these again. Seems as though we've lost our ability to attack and score goals. Even a single goal would be welcome here today, as we look to wrap up the Premier League title. Oh, Nketiah on the ball again. Oh, that's a agricultural-looking challenge, but the referee deems it fair, and Leicester get away with it. It's a good ball out to Harvey Barnes. Can he find a cross to match it? Well, he finds himself getting a corner off of a deflection off of Zefuk. I have to defend this one. Anyone can score from a corner, except for me, apparently. Ashley Young, in it comes. Worrell underneath it, gets a good strong header on it to the edge of the area. Here's Castagne again. Tom Davies and Ndidi. And Salisu manages to shepherd it out for a throw-in. Good defending there from Forest. Good attacking by Leicester City. Hlošek very nearly getting onto it. Worrell heads it clear. Arcas has the ball, and oh, that's poor from Arcas. He's put them in trouble here, but the goalkeeper is able to save their blushes. Camavinga. Oh, he's taken out there by the midfielder. Camavinga's being dominated a little bit here in the centre of the park. Here's Sailmakers. Out to Zefuk. Busquets now. Hlošek tries a spectacular effort and doesn't get anything from it. Sailmakers looks for the cross. Deflects off him and Ashley Young. Leicester get the ball back, and we'll look to attack now down the left-hand side with Ashley Young to Tom Davies. Camavinga rushing over to try to win the ball, but only just manages to put it out for a throw-in. And now Slimani is coming on for Iheanacho, who hasn't had the best of games today. Certainly seems to prefer the FA Cup, given recent happenings. Slimani straight into the action here. Out to Harvey Barnes, who's going to look to put a cross in from the wide left area if he can. Instead, he dribbles inside. Here's Sailmakers. Forward to Arcas. Nketiah. Hlošek. He's let it run. He might regret that. He does regret it. Castagne now has it for Leicester. Lerma. Ndidi. Tom Davies, lovely one-touch passing by Leicester City. Which of these teams is in relegation issues? He's not going to give that to Leicester, is he? Surely not. No, he's not. Thank goodness for that. Well, we've been pretty poor here, and we need to do something to change our fortunes. Harry Wilson coming on for Sailmakers, who's been a bit quiet today. And we'll throw on Frimpong for Aitnori at left back, just to give us a little bit more pace and endeavour down that side of the pitch. Newble to Worrell. So fuck. So fuck again. Switch of play to Camavinga in central midfield. Now Frimpong, first touch of the ball since coming on for Aitnori. Salisu brings the ball forward. Here's Camavinga. Ball into Wilson. Arcas. Nketiah was offside. He's normally better than that at keeping himself in an onside position. But this team are really starting to struggle where it comes to crossing the line. Wouldn't call them bottle jobs, but certainly they have it on their minds that they could be Premier League champions at the end of today's proceedings. Here's Nketiah played through by Arcas. Plays Arcas back through. Little touch on the ball was enough. And Leicester escape danger once again. They've played very well today for a team that are fourth bottom of the league. Or I should say we've played quite badly, made them look quite good for a team fourth bottom of the league. Frimpong wins the ball back. Here's Salisu into Camavinga. Across to Busquets. Plošek. Arcas to Wilson. Back to Arcas. Oh, he's run straight into danger. Here's Eddie Nketiah. Oh, he scored! He scored from absolutely nothing. A brilliant take by a brilliant striker. The assist will go... Is that Harry Wilson that was on the wing there? No, of course not. It's a fuck. A simple low pass into the feet of Nketiah. No one around him. His first touch put him in exactly the position he needed to be. Look at this first touch to get it out from his feet. And then slides it past Schmeichel into the goal to give Nottingham Forest the lead. You could argue it's not a deserved lead. They've huffed and puffed, but the Leicester house has not blown down. And they've lucked into it a little bit here, Forest. Now Arcas brings it forward. They've got a little bit more about them now, Forest. To Wilson. Back to Arcas and a little bit more space here. Plošek. All breaks down. And that ball finds Frimpong, who knocks it down the line looking for Plošek, but it's a really poor ball. Slimani. Ndidi. Slimani again. Leicester looking dangerous here. Takes a shot. And the goalkeeper has to do well. Victor Malejo going to come on here. And Molino as well. Oh no, can't use Molino because we've used all our subs. What the hell? Well, in that case, I'm going to cancel the substitution of Malejo. I'm going to throw Wilson on the left, Arcas on the right, and Plošek can be replaced with Molino because I want to have another look at this Colombian playmaker. That's assuming that the ball goes out of play between now and the end of the game. I'm just going to put it out of play so I can get him into the proceedings, but the thing is now Leicester have the ball. There's 1 minute left. I don't think he's going to get a touch, to be honest. Plošek gets a round of applause as he leaves the field of play though, so that's nice. Now Leicester with Slimani down this side. It's gone out for another throw in a much more dangerous area. Am I going to regret putting the ball out of play here? I very well could do. Here's Walker. He's going to look to put a pass in, but Camavinga wins it off of him. And the final whistle has gone. And it looks as though the result has not gone our way in the Manchester City match. The Forest players looking very happy with the win, though. We'll have to wait for confirmation of the Manchester City game. It's still ongoing, I'm hearing. There is the breakdown of the stats for the game today. You can see it was a much more even game than we would have liked, but Leicester City fighting for their lives, doing everything they can, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did end up staying up off the back of that. Anyway, let's have a look at who was man of the match, and of course it was Eddie Nketiah. A quiet day for the England centre-forward, but he still ended up getting the goal anyway, and that's the mark of an excellent striker. You can be quiet for 85 minutes and then have just a 5-minute burst of excellence, which really sets the game alight. Other results from today's games then, and Arsenal getting a really surprising 1-0 win over Manchester United. Let's go to the City game, and they did indeed finish the game 1-0 against Newcastle. So tomorrow we'll be coming back for the first leg of the semi-final against Paris Saint-Germain. And then the day after, it's going to be in the Premier League. Hopefully we will be able to wrap up the league that time on Thursday. That will be. I'm just waiting for we have a do or die decider animation coming up. Of course we do. Come the final whistle, you could be crowned champions. What's your mindset? It is all about staying calm. I'm not going to promise winning, because who on earth would ever promise winning anything? Try and take the pressure off the players. So it is going to be, could you believe it? It's Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest to be crowned Premier League champions. A win or a draw would see us win the Premier League title. But looking at the standings, with the number of games that are left, I think it would also relegate Newcastle United. This is not a position that I wanted to be in. We've got 3 games left. If Leicester City get a result and we beat Newcastle, I think that's the end of their Premier League run. I am not looking forward to that game, but we don't have to worry about that right now, because our next game tomorrow is going to be, as I said, against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. Make sure that you join us back for that tomorrow. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.